Hello, guys. Welcome to Monitoring and Evaluation Made Simple. I'm your host, Coach Alexander. I'm so glad you've joined me in this channel. If you're here for the very first time, kindly subscribe to this channel. I know for the past few days I haven't really been posting regularly, and I want to apologize for that, but it's not by intention because I've been really busy promoting a new product which I also want you to try it out. It's my personal one-on-one 3-month coaching, you know, course. Okay, it's not really a course, but it's a personal course coaching training that I've been doing with different clients around the world. So what I do for 3 months, I'll be coaching you, telling you all the secrets of M&D, telling you what you should do, and at the end of the day, you even get a certificate for that. So I want you to try it out. If you're interested, write to me. I'll explain more. So today I want to talk about this M&D guide, which I've been promoting to many of my friends. It's totally free. The link is in the description below. If you haven't downloaded it yet, please do, because this is a very important guide, especially for beginners. So I thought of just giving you a snapshot of what are some of the things that you'll find in this very important guide, okay? So as usual, there are timestamps in the description below in case you want to skip certain parts of this video. So let's get started with it, shall we? So this ebook has been designed for those who are completely new to monitoring and evaluation. All right. And it provides a step-by-step process of how to do M&D activities. When I first started out as a M&D professional, I didn't have a clue of how it was done. Of course, you could do a lot of reading, but in practice, it's a whole different story. And a lot of times I get this from different friends of mine that indeed they've done a lot of reading, they probably went through training, but they don't know how to do it practically. So this book is giving you that practical edge to things. So now, when you scroll down, you have chapter 1 called What is Monitoring and Evaluation. So it explains monitoring is systematic and a routine collection of information. But maybe just so that I can tell you this, guys, if you are always having problems defining what monitoring and evaluation is, you can simply remember that when it comes to monitoring, it is a regular process. It's a regular activity. It's done throughout the project cycle. But when it comes to evaluation, it's only done at certain parts of points of the project. Okay, you can have it done at the beginning, you can have it done midway, or at the end of the project. So when you talk of the evaluation itself, it usually measures these 5 aspects. Okay, you've got the relevance, you've got effectiveness, efficiency, impact, and sustainability. So those are the 5 main areas it mentions. Okay, so I just thought of explaining that in case you're always having trouble defining what monitoring and evaluation really is. Okay, so now, why is monitoring and evaluation important? The ebook explains. Okay, and it also explains something that is so important for any organization around the world. Remember that M&D can be applied anywhere. It can be applied in health, it can be applied in education, it can be applied in these humanitarian projects, which we always see it being applied. So now, how do you set up an M&D system? The ebook explains. It actually gives you 10 steps of how you can do that. Okay, if you follow these steps correctly, you'll find that you have a very powerful M&D system running in your organization. But just to tell you the truth, guys, around the world, people approach these things differently. But I can tell you that with monitoring and evaluation, there should be a standard approach to things, especially when you're setting up the M&D system, because this is the system that's going to help you solve your problems. So what are the components of the M&D system? It explains. I've also been asked this question a lot. It explains those components, and you just need to follow those components when setting them up. So another important part of this ebook, which is very, very important, extremely important, is what is a log frame. Remember, in most of the videos I've talked about this, that the log frame is the heart of monitoring and evaluation. So how do you actually set it up? Truth be told, by the time if they have employed you as M&D officer in an organization, you already find that they've developed a log frame. But what if they ask you to help out in developing a new log frame for a new project? This chapter explains all that, okay? Explains all of that, what are the steps. Another important thing, understanding a monitoring and evaluation plan, it also explains that. So this is a very powerful ebook, guys. I feel very bad that not everybody has downloaded this, but I want you to download it. It's free of charge, no strings attached. You just have to download it, use it in your own career path as you try to embrace M&E at a whole different level. Okay. So I talked about the monitoring and evaluation guide, but there's something I also need you to be aware of, because as you saw in my explanations, I talked a bit about why the logical framework approach is important. So I have an ebook, a totally free ebook that you can download as well. So let me straight away give you a snapshot of that ebook called Logical Framework Approaches. So just give me 2-3 seconds. Okay, guys, welcome back. And this is the ebook I was talking about. Another free gift to you, totally free, no strings attached. So it's so important that you also know what the logical framework is all about. I have a course that I'm running in case you'd prefer to watch videos and enroll in this course. You simply download this ebook, click here, you'll be on your way to learning the logical framework approach. Okay, so maybe just briefly we talk about what the log frame is. It's basically a matrix that gives you a summary of the project. So now, if you notice here, you have the goal, you have the purpose, outputs, and below there you also have the inputs, okay, which are the activities really. So when you have this summary, it's so easy for you to understand what the project is trying to achieve. You see, because like for instance here it talks about the goal, and what you put in there is what exactly is the project trying to do in the long term. Okay, and I've seen a lot of these goals being formulated. The sustainable development goals that the United Nations is running on is a good example. Ending poverty is a long-term goal, okay, and that's where you put your goal, but the purpose is mainly a short-term change that you want to see. It's not immediate, but it's obviously shorter to achieve than the goal, which is long term. Then on this column you have the indicators, which I always talk about because those are so important, guys. You have the indicators for the goal, for the purpose, for the outputs. There are specific indicators there. There are also specific ways in which you are going to verify whether indeed the project has achieved those goals. Okay, so it's a really good book. It gives you a step-by-step process. And I'll tell you this, guys, that in my experience, you can do so much reading, but what really matters is how you practice these things. So, like I earlier mentioned, I'm doing a personal one-on-one coaching program. And if you're interested, just write to me. I'll be happy to assist you in achieving your monitoring and evaluation goals. So this was a short video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I really appreciate the support that you are giving me on this channel. I've been your host, Coach Alexander. Until we meet again, see you on the other side. Bye.